Moving on to the next part, we have covered the main famous bad riff. And then the next part, and the transition. And then it goes back into the main riff. Main riff goes back into this part yet again. And then there's a transition from this part to here. To this. Let's go through the transition first because it's just a little bit tricky. The way I do this is you're up here in this main riff that we just covered. Okay, I'm going to turn the delay off. When I get to this part, I go with the simple version without the E. Okay, when you're done with that, you end like that, and then get ready to move, hit the A string, and while you're doing that, get in place down here, and I'll zoom in a minute. But essentially what I do is open B. That last note up here is an open B. And if that's an open B, that gives you time to start moving your hand and hit the open A, and then start this next riff. Okay, really important. So I actually practice this transition over and over by doing this. Okay? Because it's tricky to go right from here, right down to here, and to get on time, you got to get the hand down here and in place to start this riff. Well, I practice that quite a bit simply by just repeating this. Like this. Okay? So the transition notes are the following. A, and then the E, B string. Again, I'll zoom in a minute, but I just wanted to, this transition, to get it smooth, it really needs to be precise and on time. So that's the way I break it down and I look at it. I go from here and moving the hand. Okay, so you hit that open B, gives you time to get down here. Okay, to go down here to the 12th, and then hit the open A. So looking at it again from the perspective down here, my right hand. Open B, A, right. Those are those first two notes, okay? This is going to be A. You're going to have this here on the 12th fret, E and B string. You're going to have this on the B string, 14th fret. So barred here, 12th, ring finger, B string. Okay, so the first three notes are A and then E, B string. Now the notes from the previous part riff were this. Open B, slide down, you get this. Slower. That's what you want to practice right there. I'm going to back up. So notice how I do this. That's a good one right there, okay? That is the transition that you want to get comfortable with, okay? Then once you get down here, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, you're barring on the 12th. You get the third finger on the 14th. A, and then, okay, A, and then the B, B, E, B. Okay, A. And then lift this and play the B. So we have this. And then slide right there to the 10th. And do D and then EB. And then put this down. Okay, strike the B and slide. And leave it down and slide. And again, you got to play in time. Let the dotted 8 note do its work, and it's going to land in between, and you get that sound that's very unique. Then there's a little change up here that I did from, I think, one of the older versions Edge has played. And again, from the transition now, you get the full riff is this. And you get the idea. And it repeats itself. And after that, he's going to go into the transition riff again, by the way. But in the meantime, he throws in another lick here. He throws this in here. Okay. Slide in here. Right here, he will stretch his pinky down here, okay, to 17 and hit this instead of the E at the 12th. Okay, so it goes like this. Instead of this, he'll go like this. Okay, so all that is this riff. And then here, I usually actually do it at the second time. Now, the first time I do this, second time, so. And just alternate it. And just throw it in there whenever you're comfortable, frankly. And you get the idea. So there's that extra lick there. And then he's going to, and just gonna, after he finishes up playing this for a while, okay. It's gonna end on this, okay. And then he's gonna go into the transition. So he's gonna slide all the way up here, okay, where we did this before, and do. And then go all the way back back down here and do. Okay, so backing up, try to get through some of this, or play a little bit with the delay. Okay. So let's play that here and try to get through the whole thing from the transition to this riff and back. So we were about right here. Here we go. Okay, so when you go from here, you can actually miss a couple notes there to give yourself some time to get the transition. You could do this. Okay, or maybe not quite so few notes. And then at the end, Ed sometimes softens it up, doesn't play the high ringing note all the time. We'll do something like this. That's all that end is just those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So at the end, you just lighten it up a little. And I think that completes the updated bad tutorial. At least I hope I got all the right parts. If I miss something, I will put up another video with an update or a correction. But that is pretty much the update. I wanted to get those licks in there and those transitions and the better tone than I had a couple years ago. That does it. Thanks for watching. More to come.